Okay, let's do this. The Finnish AK-50 by Brandon Herrera. We're cracking open another cold one, okay?
Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun. The AK-50. It's been a long road making this baby come to life. But a couple months ago, after years of hard work and trial and error, we finally got the latest
God,
version.
he looks like a baby. He looks like a baby boy when they flash back to when he first started it.
Fully finished.
God.
Or at least at the time, what felt like fully finished. We still hadn't done little things like paint it or anything, so it still kind of looked like a garage-built prototype. If you haven't seen that video yet, which statistically about 5 million of you have, which is more views than we have subscribers, and you can help change that. But the video is kind of dramatic. You know, we went really high effort on things like the Deadpool-esque intro.
Yes, let's have a cry that he doesn't have 5 million subscribers, guys. Just a little cry. That poor thing, that poor guy.
Oh, and things. It was my love letter to this project, having worked on it so long. But now I wanted to sit down.
YouTube said take a shot if you're drinking.
Especially now that we've got it all nice, painted, and pretty. I want to sit down and talk about some of the things that we changed, some of the things we've changed since that video. And of course, we're going to shoot it at some really fun stuff. Maybe even a cameo from our friends at Ballistic High Speed. You know, as a treat. But first, you haven't even seen the painted version of this thing fire. Bet you'd like to do that. I know what you want. You want to see the 50 fire.
You need to stop talking to me like that. What? Bruh.
Don't use Squidward.
This is not that kind of channel, bro, okay? Cries, white male oppression is... Nobody! You can't come in with a joke that hard, bro. I'm watching on Tuesday since I didn't get till last Tuesday. What did we miss?
Okay. Now that I got that on my system.
Guys, he's compensating for something. Are you trying to say Brandon has small pee-pee? Like, what the... Guys, we're supposed to be spreading that pee-pee size doesn't matter, okay? That's what we're supposed to be.
For now, let's go ahead and talk about the gun. And no, I'm not just talking about, well...
It's black!
Yeah, we painted it, but there is something else I think is really cool that we didn't get to talk about because we hadn't done it yet.
It's not a pink Desu Desu gun with, like, blue highlights. It's not the best gun, okay?
When we did our AK-50 video. Now, when we had the Ballistic High Speed guys come down for that video, they did some awesome high-speed shots of the AK-50 firing. But there was something that a lot of people noticed, and it was something that we all noticed right off the bat.
Size doesn't matter, it's how you use it. And that really shows by how much Brandon misses compared to everyone else. I'm sorry, I'm bullying him now.
The AK-50 barrel whipped like a motherfucker. A lot of people ran into the comments saying, hey, I don't know if you noticed. Oh, trust me, we fucking noticed. And we knew what did it pretty much immediately. So pretty much any weapon, especially like an AK or something, is gonna have a little bit of barrel whip. It's perfectly normal. Does it hurt the gun? No, it does not hurt the gun. As long as it holds 0, not really an issue. But it does look pretty violent, and to be honest, it's pretty unnecessary. As to what caused it, a muzzle brake. This is the muzzle brake that was on the AK-50 when you saw it in the big video. This is
the
a
projectile
beefier.
Okay. Like, are we even in dick analogies anymore? Like, guys, I feel like we're going into some weird analogies here. Like, this is going to get weird quick, okay?
Bigger, well, 50 cal sized version of the AK muzzle brake. A great brake, in my opinion.
It's weird. I didn't think that's, like, can someone again explain to me the barrel flopping, and is it bad? Is it good? It just looks very odd to me.
JMac RRD 4C. This is an awesome brake for recoil reduction, and it also works as a compensator. The way that
we
it
need
does
the
this,
racist police in here.
the way that it
Guys.
stops muzzle rise is you see these vents here on the side of the brake itself. They're actually cut away larger on the top than they are the bottom. And so the point of that is to vent more gas. While it's venting gas out the sides, it's venting more gas out the top than it is through the bottom, meaning that it's going to be not only creating a brake that stops
So is it supposed to be rigid?
recoil, backward
Or does it
recoil,
not matter?
but it also pushes gas up, pushing the muzzle down. So when you normally have that muzzle climb, it helps keep the muzzle down. We didn't really think about it that much, and we just included it feature for feature, including those cutaway top vents. Not quite as dramatic as on the RRD4C, but we still put them there.
So it
we
needs some, so it needs some wiggle for sure.
Realize is that this really doesn't need a whole lot of upward compensation. It's mostly rearward recoil. In fact, if you could see the videos of me in that video walking and firing it from the hip, you can very clearly see every time I fire the gun, the compensator is working too well and it pushes the gun down dramatically. That's exactly what it was doing to the barrel, causing that crazy barrel whip. If the science behind this sort of thing
I was
interests
being impatient. There we go. Too much will break. Okay.
you and you'd like to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, you can always check out sdi.edu using the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. But now we have a new muzzle brake, one that does not have those cutaways at the top and is working a hell of a lot better. But the real question is, does it still cause that massive barrel whip? But to answer that question, we would need to break out the high speed. Ballistic high speed. I'm gonna stop doing that bit one day. That's right, our friends at Ballistic High Speed came down again to help us out with the Trump assassination attempt recreation video that we did here recently. And while we had them down, not to let their talents go to waste, we also did a couple of shots with the AK-50 in high speed. So take a look at it and tell me what you think of the new brake.
Damn cool. I want shot like this in movies more.
Now let's compare the two of them together here. As you can see, changing pretty much no other factor, just in changing that muzzle brake and removing those cuts from the top, our barrel whip is dramatically reduced. So in the words of a great scholar, great success.
But real quick, this video was made possible by our friends over at TacPack.
Is this like a time? Is like 5 minutes the most common? You guys were like, you know the rules before it even happens.
TacPack is a tactical subscription box where you can get cool stuff like grips, tourniquets, oddly fitting while talking about an experimental 50 cal, big ass knives, rangefinders, which have been in the news lately for redacted, sweet merch, and more.
Yeah, if you watch some of these guys, there are a lot of situations where they blow stuff up, and sometimes even themselves, yes. Hey Demon, thanks for the follow, and yeah, you know the rules, and so do I. If you're over on YouTube, you can like this video, and ring the bell if you liked it, or if this became its own video, that too. Yeah, it does something for lives, I'm guessing. There we go, you know the rules, and so do I, and ad inside an ad.
New subscribers can use the code AKGUY, which gets you a free EDC kit valued at $65 with your first TacPack. So if you use the code AKGUY, the total value of your TacPack Plus
You're
will
the mod, you should definitely know the rules.
be $325. So go ahead and check them out using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. We appreciate them. Back to the video.
ADD break.
This reminds me, I was going to do at some point a drink mixing stream. I think that's going to be the next cooking videos. We're mixing alcohol drinks, so yeah.
We really need to get a sponsor for this. So it doesn't take a ballistician. Is that the word for that? Ballistician? Balls.
The balls do have a stitch in them.
Yeah, who put that there? It doesn't take a ballistically minded individual to know that a 50 BMG will pass through a White Claw. So we just put a little pyramid of 5 here, just again, showing power of 50 BMG, and because, well...
Because it's awesome.
All right, so let's see. Who's calling me? So I know this is zeroed pretty decent for like 50 to 100, but let's see if it's zeroed for like 15 feet. 3, 2, 1.
Those are not the rules, Squiggly. Those aren't the rules.
I always forget how cool that is. That was a neat... That is just neat.
It's just really neat, guys. It's just really neat. By a drunk spunk. Oh my God. Yeah.
Get out here. People ask me, oh, don't you think the White Claw bit's getting a little tired? I never fucking get tired of it. I just love the concussive force because there's no way that all of these even got hit. They just got smashed. Oh, geez, just look at that. Look at how twisted the aluminum is just from the pressure. Just shredded. This is not one that even got a bullet. It's just the energy of the first one.
Guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to pause. Someone said America. Very America in here. Look at this. Yeah, this is his gun he made. But no coconuts. America at its finest. Question for the Americans in there. How did you feel losing all the, like, Olympic Games for shooting? Did it feel like a betrayal to your country?
Actually, this is a great bit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show it. People always have this fucking thing. They're like, oh, if a 50 cal passes this close to you, oh, it's gonna blow your head apart, blah, blah, blah. A lot of the same ballistic experts that think that, you know, Trump wasn't hit by a bullet because if it grazed his ear, it would have blown his head off because it's a fucking dangerous assault rifle, all this shit. And everybody quotes that video where the guy shot next to a deer and killed it with concussion. It's like, these people don't fucking think, or they're just bad at math, but that's not how bullets work, and I'm really tired of hearing it. Can you tell I've been putting a lot of thought into this recently? You saw what the energy effect on a target was from White Claws that were behind one that was already impacted.
Okay,
So
it's okay.
blowing up.
Noel censored himself. Wipe your shoes before you come into the stream. If you start a fight in chat, you better win. Be good. Exactly. If you're gonna start a fight in chat, you better be in it to fucking win it. More shame if you lose. Okay, guys, it's more shame if you lose the argument.
Out and expanding, and it was just a lot of violent shit happening really quick. I'm gonna sail around in between these two cans, and we're gonna see my prediction. You know, I'm no ballistician, but my prediction is jack fucking shit happens. So just to prove that it's going in between the two, I'm gonna put this one behind it. Behind, in front. So clearly, if this has a crazy shockwave, it's gonna blow these two apart, right? Making retards on Twitter shut up. 3, 2, 1. Crazy, wow. So the White Claw cans I shot between are completely fine. They're intact, fully, I mean, nothing fucking happened to them. There's not even a mark on the side of the can. Like, there was still condensation sweat on them. The only thing that happened was...
Twitch chat is having a fight, kind of. Well, no, well, someone made some jokes, and then they're all talking about how if you start an argument in the chat with each other, you should win. Be in it to win it, you know? We're just talking about how I encourage winning arguments, and... But it's fine to admit that you're wrong, but you did lose. So...
when this claw can exploded, the piece of it flew forward and knocked that one over, but that's about it. Look, the 50 cal is obscenely powerful, but if it had enough force behind it to impart lethal force on everything around it, the air, everything, for the entire duration of its 3-mile flight time, it would probably stop dead in its tracks after like fucking 18 feet. I don't know, there's a math equation for this somewhere. It's cool. Hopefully we learned something today. If I hear this myth regurgitated one more fucking time, I'm gonna stand next to a 50. Another cool element that was added to the AK-50 that I really, really did want to talk to you guys about is this little ring right here behind the muzzle brake. There's a lot of things about the AK-50 that make it an AK, not just the name. It's a long stroke, gas-operated, rotating bolt rifle. The bolt and carrier are identical to AK, except the piston actually pivots, which is a PKM thing, also designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov. Basically just a big belt-fed AK. The riveted front trunnion that contains the lockup system.
Interesting. But bro, clueless what, you gotta do Twitch chat like that if you change Twitter. It sounds like someone who can't win an argument. We just like to argue.
The rear trunnion, the fact that this takes an AK, a standard AK pistol grip, a standard AK fire control group, trigger, hammer, disconnector, all that. Behold, an AK. What we did is we just scaled everything up appropriately to be able to, again, fire 50 BMG out of Barrett mags, which was the whole goal from day one, and I think I'm actually very proud of the way this turned out. But I will never turn down the opportunity to make it a little bit more AK, and that's exactly what we did up front here. So what we added,
guys, if you are drinking, cheers,
was a muzzle detent, which is exactly what AKs have on their front sight blocks. So I push this in, and I can now rotate and take off the muzzle brake. And so that is a little detent that pushes in and catches it, just like on your standard AK. Although this isn't really an AK. What this is an IO AK. If you're not familiar with what that is, this is notoriously the worst brand of AK that's ever been made. Although a lot of people are really vying for that spot. This is like some old garbage shit that came out, you know, everybody was, you know, trying to get an American made, you know, made in the USA, but they didn't respect the platform. They just thought you could throw it together, cast trunnions and just shitty quality control. I mean, just even this is just fucking garbage.
It looks like a toy gun almost. Fun and chilling, yeah. Coke, exactly. Since a lot of the time AK is used on Americans. What? I'm fine. It's okay. They'll tucker each other out, you know. They just need to get riled up and then they'll nap great, you know.
Fun rivets, use the barrel as a bucking bar. I can go on and on. This is just trust me when I say garbage tier firearm. And somebody actually gave this to us, to the channel, on the condition that we do one thing in particular with it. We feed it to the AK-50. But I figured, why waste just a standard 50 cal round on it when we can go a little bit bigger? We can hit it with something with a little bit more oomph. Like, I don't know, Mark 211 Raufoss. If you want to take out a vehicle, you use 50 cal. If you want to take out an armored vehicle, you use Raufoss. Explaining this video to my 16-year-old self is literally fucking impossible. Shooting an AK with the AK-50 in 3, 2, 1. Holy fuck!
Damn.
All right, I don't know what I was expecting, but it certainly was not that. I would say good effect on target.
You break the table?
I shot it right, like, in the bolt carrier, and I didn't expect it to blow the fucking handguard to pieces. Holy shit. Look at that.
He put a hole in the
Raufoss
table.
does not fuck around. Holy fuck. Only marginally more dangerous than shooting an IO. The bolt is still locked in the trunnion. Ironically, this is the exact way that they blow up with that fucking locking lug flying off the gun. Sent jets of copper
They blow up?
all into the cam
and they still
groove.
make it? What the fuck?
Well, ironically, the bolt carrier is pretty okay. The crazy part is it fucking blew the gun in half. I think I just made this gun worth owning. Oh yeah, here we go. Got our recoil spring assembly.
God,
It's a little
guys.
twisted.
I guess this is a perfect moment. Someone in chat did say America, guys. They did say America. Is this an American moment? Very American. And still, a lot of things are blowing. That's fucking crazy. Why? I think blowing up wouldn't be a good thing. America! Fuck yeah! I think so. He is a gun manufacturer, so he may have some stock other people do, but yes, I've seen a lot of these gun guys have this stuff, but they don't exactly say if it's like out, because they are businesses too, because once you're big enough, you have to become a business.
Safe to say this gun is never going to be a danger ever
Simon.
again. To its user, of course. Well, if that's what you mean by
True,
taking
then
dangerous
explode.
guns off the street, then you probably belong here on the channel. You should consider subscribing. I love you. But anyway, this is the...
Which election did he lose? Because he lost one of them. But was he leaving, trying to do something else after Congress?
AK-50. I think she looks fucking great with the new coat of paint. I like the new additions to the gun. Also, the carry handle really makes this a lot easier to lug around. I see why Barrett added it. Very, very easy quality of life improvement. As you can see, there's still a lot of cool shit we can do with the AK-50, some gnarly shit we can shoot it at, and some gnarly shit we can shoot out of it. I had an idea that involved a certain Kentuckian and maybe testing
Okay,
this
so he did lose his run for Congress.
thing out with some slap rounds.
Which one did he win, though?
But if you'd like to see stuff like that, be sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you have recommendations, things that you'd like to see us shoot with the AK-50, or like I said, shoot out of it, or maybe a combination of both, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. We do read comments. It's probably not good for mental health, but we do like to hear what you guys think of the videos and what you'd like to see going forward. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Anything is flammable if you try hard enough. Oh my god.
Hi there, my name is Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun. If I could find the charging handle, that'd be great. Oops.
What are we even watching?
I said almost 80! Almost 80! I said almost! Don't bring this into our delicate math! I said almost! This is a men don't listen to me thing.